Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thought I'd bring you guys along today as I work in the garden. It's been a while since I worked out here, and I'll give you guys a little garden tour here at the end of the video. But first time I've ever grown popcorn. So as you see behind me, the popcorn has, of course, dried on the stalk. It's the last thing we're harvesting that we planted back in the spring. And I know that the popcorn needs to be a certain percentage of moisture so it pops. I don't have any ability to measure that, so we've been just pulling some off and attempting to pop it, and it's popping okay. So I'm out here today harvesting the ears of corn. So just that easy. I'll leave the stalk standing up. I'll just pull these ears off. See, I had some bugs get in there and eat a little bit of it, but that's all right. So now the goal is going to be to get all the kernels off the cob. So we've just been doing it by hand. Hey, if anybody knows a better way to do it, put it in the comments down below. So anyway, why would I grow popcorn? I don't know, it's a novelty. I've got the space to grow it. And you know, with everything going on, I thought, you know, if there was some kind of food shortage or whatever, we like popcorn. So once again, had the space, no big deal. And these are an heirloom. So just like the last video I did on gardening, we can take these seeds now and replant next year. So we can just keep the thing going in perpetuity as long as we harvest the seeds. So I will give you guys a tour of the garden and show you what's going on. Okay, so like I was saying, there's our popcorn, and our okra is pretty well done. So this is what I've got going for my fall garden. I've got peas, green beans, more peas, and down this row down here I've got carrots, lettuce, Swiss chard, and honestly I don't know what else. Fall stuff. And behind me these blackberries have got the grass growing in them. I got to work on that. Our asparagus here is doing pretty good, as you can see. Doing good. So it's our first year with that, so we didn't harvest any. Let me get out of the sun here. We didn't harvest any of those. We want to make sure that the plant itself does well, and you let the shoots come up, especially the first year. So anyway, there's that. So all the areas that don't have anything planted, I like to plant a cover crop. So this year I'm planting turnips. So I'll show you what those look like over here. So I just broadcasted those out and raked them in. And then here was our last row of, this was our last row of sweet potatoes, and you can see I've got the turnips planted in there. They're about a week behind these others over here. So seems like that's going to do pretty good. So it's an interesting time of year. You're pretty well done with gardening, or at least I am. And you're ready to get into fall time. For us that means burning firewood. So I always cut firewood a year in advance, so that means I'm going to have to start cutting firewood soon. So the compost pile where I've been stacking everything, we had a cold morning a week ago, and we noticed that it was steaming. So I think we're composting nicely. So once again, here's the okra. The tomatoes are pretty well shot. I'm just leaving them there. You're still getting a few off of them. Of course, we haven't had a frost or anything. But honestly, I've been feeding them to the pigs too. So here, let me show you this other front part of the garden. This is where we had all of our Irish potatoes. So the turnips have come up there pretty nice. So the idea is you just don't want exposed soil. I mean, you should always have something growing in there. That's the best way. So anyway, short and sweet today. That's what I'm up to. See if I can get it in there. There we go. Anyway, so that's what I'm up to today. Out here getting the corn picked and getting some chores done. So hey, thanks for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if any of you guys know a better way to get those kernels off that cob, I'm all ears, because that's a lot of work by hand. So see you on the next